Well, hello, friends. Come on, Tiger, get your face in there. Yeah, say hello to our friends. Can you believe 2018 is over with? This year has gone by so fast. Feels like it just started. Um, I thought today, well, I'm filming this on December 31st. You'll be seeing it hopefully on January 1st. So it will be 2019 when you see it. And I thought, being at the end of the year, well, actually what happened was, I really wasn't thinking about doing a video like this until somebody in a group, a YouTube group, another YouTuber asked if anybody else wanted to do, did you meet your goals for 2018 and what goals are you going to have in 2019? And at first I was thinking, really didn't have any goals. I'm not really, I'm not the kind of person who makes New Year's resolutions or sits down and writes out, I want to accomplish A, B, C, and D. I'm just not that kind of person. Well, as I was thinking about, this goals topic, it dawned on me I may not put it on beginning of the year, write it down or even mentally think about it. Wasn't really doing YouTube videos a year ago, so I don't have anything like that. But I did make a few goals. Things I wanted to accomplish in 2018, or at least make significant headway. And so I thought I'd talk about those today. And, well, the truth of the matter is, I didn't meet a single one. Nothing I set out to accomplish was accomplished. I made a little bit of progress, but honestly, 2018, since moving out here, has been the worst year ever. I experienced severe financial difficulties where I never had them before. I literally wasn't selling animals. I've always been able to sell my goats. Couldn't sell them. I finally, in desperation, took a bunch of bucklings that I thought, I offered them at below market value. They couldn't go to the auction house or go to most ranches and get a buckling this cheap. Just to get rid of them, for cabrito, for, food. Cabrito is Mexican for baby goat. People like to barbecue it and stuff. Nobody wanted one. Went by, I still had them. I got to the point where I couldn't even afford, it's like, I can't afford to keep feeding all these boys. Yeah, they were little, but they were eating. They weren't nursing on their moms anymore. So I finally, put them in a small it was a large dog crate in the back of my pickup, and I drove 100 miles to the auction, and I was in shock at how little I got. The price had plummeted from just 2 weeks prior. Just absolutely plummeted. I lost money. I literally lost money. When you add up what I paid for in feed and then the gas to haul them, I didn't make a penny. I didn't get anything really. I just wanted to cry because I was really expecting a lot more. But even talking to the ranchers at church, they told me, yeah, the prices really dropped all of a sudden. A significant drop. So I've just had 2018 has been a year of one problem after another problem. Things breaking on me, not making any money. And yeah, I sold a little bit of goat milk, but my sales in goats have been just absolutely horrible. And I'm hearing people in other states have had similar problems where they just can't sell goats for some reason. They used to be able to sell goats no problem, and now they're not being able to sell goats. We're talking dairy goats here. And I've had people sit there and say they wanted to come buy meat rabbits for meat. I've been raising meat rabbits. They never show up. I've had people interested in buying excess roosters and never show up. It didn't help that in September and October we had record levels of rain. I know one woman who wanted a rooster. She literally got trapped. She could not come, but I haven't heard from her since. And I've just been having just one problem after another. I mean, 2018 was just horrible. Things broke. And I mean, when things are breaking left and right and you're not making any money, it gets really discouraging. One of my goals was to clear cut all this cedar. Yep, that went really well when my chainsaw broke. Kind of hard to hand cut an entire field of trees. So that goal is being pushed to 2019. One of my goals was to really push and have a fantastic garden, to grow a ton of food, to can the food, to maybe sell some of it in town. Yeah, it was one of the worst years around. My friends, they gave up on their garden. Nothing grew. I had plants dying left and right. I got no tomatoes on my tomato plants, and people even gave me extra tomato plants. They didn't produce. They hardly grew at all. They didn't have a very good success rate at tomatoes either. I bought all these pepper plants. I was going to have a bumper crop of peppers and sell them in town and make salsa. Yeah, somebody came and ate every pepper plant I had. And I mean, I had habaneros and cayenne and just everything. All of it got eaten. Didn't have a single solitary pepper plant survive. Yeah, that didn't go over too well. Hopefully, with the help of these guys, well, the goats have already done a lot of cleaning out, and then I noticed they vacated the area and didn't come back, so I closed the gate and let these guys in. And hopefully they're going to make a dent in any bugs in here. They love bugs. And maybe get rid of some weeds. That would sure be nice. So I'm hoping this next year I have a better garden. And then there's the issue of the chickens. When I moved out here, a goal was sell eggs. Right. Kind of hard to sell eggs when every other person in town has a flock of chickens. Everybody raises chickens. There are wild chickens roaming the streets of the nearest town to me. Now the first year or two, I actually did manage to sell eggs. After I actually got chickens. But honestly, it's gotten worse every year. And not only are people who have their own flocks, but there's somebody in town that actually sells farm fresh eggs. And I have had people come up to me and say, they're just buying them in town. It's easier. Because I don't live in town and I can only bring the eggs like on Sunday. And so that's not working. I mean, it's just not working for me. And in a later video, I'll share some ideas of how I'm going to solve that issue. But, you know, I'd hope to make some money selling excess eggs, and that did not happen. I won't say it was really a goal, but, well, eventually it was. I got the guineas in hopes of getting rid of the fire ant population that's been exploding here the last few years. Yeah. I'm down to 3 guineas. I started at 15. They don't seem too interested in the fire ants. I'm not sure what they're eating. They seem to be getting eaten instead. I don't know. I found a bunch of them one by one dead. Just no idea why they were dead. And then I've had a few more that just vanished. So I'm guessing a predator caught them. But I'm only down to 3, and I think all these 3 are boys. So I'm just waiting for them to die. I've offered them for sale, actually. Well, not for sale. You drive out here and you catch them, you can have them. Nobody took me up on it. So they're just hanging out here until something gets them. So that didn't go over too well. I could sit here and continue sharing all the failures I've had this year, all the problems I've run into. Some of them unique to me, many of them not unique to me. Many of them part of life, you know, things break. I've had so many things break this year, it's crazy. But we're starting a new year. And I can't change what's happened in 2018. Can't do anything about it. All I can do is look to the future. And I'm hoping this, you know, the last 2 weeks of December have been looking up. I mean, I just had 5 baby goats born on my mother's birthday and my birthday. That was not a coincidence. That was a God moment. I've had other things happen. Little things. I suddenly sold some milk yesterday. Out of the blue. I mean, it was out of my freezer. It's for an orphan baby deer. But still, I was contacted. I know there's like all these little teeny, on the surface, insignificant things that have happened in the past 2 weeks. Actually, in a week and a half. That just gives me hope. You know, it's like maybe things are going to start turning around for me. And I do have some plan. I mean, you know, like I said, I don't really make, what would you call, New Year's resolutions. I don't write things down on paper. But I've been thinking about things. And I've got some things I want to do differently in 2019. I may be getting some milk pretty soon. You know, Sierra just kidded her. That udder has really grown. She's not pure Nubian, but maybe she'll produce some good tasting milk that I can start giving to my customers again. We'll see. And I've learned about some chickens, different breeds of chickens, and my chickens are actually getting kind of old. And so I'll share in a future video my ideas about, you know, what I want to do differently that, you know, I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see. I mean, I've got ideas of things I want to do differently. Animals I want to bring on the, that I want to bring here onto the homestead that I've never had on the homestead before. Changes I want to make. Things I want to do differently. You know, but one thing at a time. You know, right now, I'm not going to share exactly my goals, because they may change. You know, I mean, first of all, I got to have the money to do it. That's one problem. It is so hard to do things when you don't have any money coming in. So I just got to take one day at a time and move on and be positive. So I guess my goal for 2019 is to start off the year positive. 2018 was the pits. No question, it was the pits. I have just barely scratched the surface of what I've been through this year, of what I've had to deal with. Honestly, I thought 2017 was the pits, especially because I had some pretty horrible things happen, like, you know, half my goat herd getting electrocuted by a lightning strike. But honestly, 2018 was even worse in a different way. Just because, I mean, nothing went right and everything went bad. But we're starting a new year. And I'm going to be positive that things are going to look up for me, that things are going to change. and that there's going to be some positive outcomes, in that in 365 days, I'll have something great to share, and that things will be a lot better. And maybe hopefully I'll be actually selling, stuff off the homestead and earning money, and who knows what else. So that's what I want to share today, is not so much a list of, I plan on doing A, B, C, and D, but I plan on being optimistic, starting out this year optimistic, and just moving forward. Yeah, things were bad, but that's in the past. We're now on a new year, and I don't know what you went through last year, any problems you might have had, any difficulties you might have had, but it's a new year now. And, if you can make any changes, I mean, sometimes you just can't, life is life. But if you can at least make a change in your attitude. You can at least try to be positive. You can at least look to the future with hope. And that's what I'm doing. I don't believe, if I were to tell you everything that's going on with me, you'd probably tell me that I should put this land up for sale and move. Give it all up. Throw in the towel. You'd probably think I was stupid for even trying to keep the homestead going. If you were just looking at the facts, if I presented them to you today. But I'm not looking at those facts. I'm looking at what God has put in my heart, what I've been called to do, and what I believe is going to happen in the future. And I have hope. So that's what I'm going to share today, is hope. That's my goal for 2019, is hope. And believing that things are going to turn around. And things are going to be better. And I'm going to make progress. I may not have that entire area cleared of cedar trees in 365 days, but more of it will be cleared than it is today. I don't know if I'll have a bumper crop of veggies that I can take to town and sell, but I will have tried. I don't know if I'll have a bumper crop of, if I'll be able to sell more eggs and have different, I don't know if the things I'm thinking about doing are going to come to pass, but I'm going to have hope that they will. And I'm going to be positive that it's going to happen. One way or another, it's going to happen. Maybe not exactly the way I'm thinking about it at this moment, but I am positive that 2019 is going to be better than 2018. And I hope if 2018 wasn't that good for you, that you can find hope and you can find a path to make this new year a much better year for you too. So I hope something I have said today gives you inspiration, gives you hope, gives you an idea of what to do this year. And if you have made a video on your goals, looking back and looking forward of how 2018 went in 2019, please post the link below so I can watch it. If you've had a blog, or if you're not a blogger or a YouTuber or anything, just share and comment and like this video if you liked it. And I just hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful year, and may God bless you.